So over by our couch in our living room, we've been using this old power strip. You know, it's really crowded. It's meant for older plugs, you know, very small. You know, it would be very, very tight. It takes up all of that space from side to side. And it's just very inconvenient. And now with more and more things being USB powered, you have all of those adapter cables then. So the other day I saw an offer, a power strip. This is jolyjoy.com. I found this on Amazon. So I'm opening here for the first time. It got delivered yesterday, so I'm just now opening it. There's nice Velcro straps here around it to keep it covered. And as you can see, it's got a nice wide area. Of course, you only have 4 spots here, whereas in our old one we had 7, but infinitely more usable here for modern technology. And then in addition, you have the 4 USB ports. So you actually have 8 charging options here rather than just 7. And you don't lose any to overlap. One thing you'll notice here, if you look, is that these are not open outlets. They are actually safety outlets, so that once you start to plug something in, they kind of push out of the way. You can kind of see it there just a little bit. If I plug in the bottom, you can see how they kind of push out of the way. And this is for safety. You know, if you've got little ones, obviously it's not going to be incredibly safe if you've got little ones who shove, you know, a fork or some other metallic object in there, but at least it does prevent them from sticking a finger in there. I've plugged it in now, and so when you switch it on, you actually have the light up indicator, which is definitely an improvement over that other power cord that we had, which had just a gray switch. And then you've got these 2 LEDs over here as well. I'm going to plug in one of our phones, and we've got it plugged in, and then we'll plug in another one. And obviously, I know, you know how phones plug in, but this is really nice because so often we end up plugging our phones into computers, and then to keep them plugged into our computers, then we toss in a basket somewhere the adapter that's meant for a traditional outlet. They're so hard to find, and if you're in a pinch, you've almost always got the cable around, you're hanging off of your computer at least, and who doesn't have probably half a dozen or more extra USB cables. This way we don't have to go trying to find the adapter, and that's really nice. And so in a very small space we can plug in 4 USB powered items, which is really fantastic. So all around, a really nice buy. One thing I wanted to show before I plug everything in is the difference in length. The power cord for the Joly Joy power strip is 1.9 meters according to the booklet. With this older power strip, one problem we had with where we needed to plug it in is that it's not quite long enough for it to be out of the way, so it's very easy to trip over. Of course, always a problem, right? You trying to find a cord that's just the right length. So we've got them starting here together, and we have actually quite a bit more cable for the Joly Joy, which will be nice. That's probably about actually the length that we need to have the power strip safely out of the way.